Hopefully this beer doesn't make me fail a drug test. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from the road. So I'm out here on the Montauk tour, and we did a show in Des Moines, Iowa, and our next show is not till New York City, so we're driving halfway across the country, and we had to stop a couple times for our drivers to take their mandatory DOT mandated breaks. One of the places we stopped was Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now, Fort Wayne, Indiana is not known for beer or anything else really, but I went to a beer store and I did find a beer that seemed kind of interesting and different, and it was brewed in Fort Wayne, so I picked it up. So this is the beer right here. So the beer I have for you today is the Munchies Series Frooty Pebbz. It's from Mad Anthony Brewing Company, which is located in Fort Wayne. And this is obviously an IPA. According to the can here, it's a crazy looking, trippy, kind of crazy can right here. And there's a lot on this can. So it is a terpene infused 420 style hazy IPA. I know they probably just made that up, but I've never had a 420 style hazy IPA. So that's what caught my attention. I'm like, that's different. I definitely have to pick that up. And on the side of the can here, they've got a little bit of writing. I'm going to read it to you. It says, please drink responsibly. Proudly handcrafted in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Munchies Series is a quest to combine the essence of various cannabis strains with our hoppy ales. This entry, Frooty Pebbz, blends breakfast cereal and terpenes for a fruity, dank, chill, and vibey ale. Smells like a bag of weed, tastes like a bowl of cereal. Robert on Untapped. That's hilarious. They actually took a quote from somebody on Untapped, somebody who checked in on Untapped, and left a description in their check-in. And apparently they took that and threw that on the label of the can. That is funny and really cool. Apparently breweries do read Untapped and look what people's comments are. Maybe I need to leave more comments on descriptions on my check-ins. So, this beer is 7.1% alcohol by volume, 30 IBUs, it's 1 pint, and it has a packaged date of, hard to read here because it's a little small. It's not hard to read because it's hard to read. It's hard to read because I must be going blind or something. It says March 6th of... That can't be right at all. What in the world? I don't know if that says March 6th of 2030, 2019, 2026 maybe. I assume that says 2026. Let's hope it says 2026 and not 2019. Need a magnifying glass for that because it is tiny, tiny printed on. But with that being said, I do have to give a shout out to the brewery, Mad Anthony Brewing Company in Fort Wayne, because you have everything on the can that I always ask for from breweries. You have the ABV, you have the IBUs, and you have the canned on or best by date. So shout out to you guys for doing that. Really appreciate that. I wish more breweries would do that, and that's awesome you guys did that. With that being said, I'm excited to get into this beer. Obviously, this is a reference to Frooty Pebbz, but you can't use Frooty Pebbz because of trademarks and whatnot. So let's get on into it. Got my iconic plastic cup. Let's see how high I get drinking this beer. On Untapped, this gets a 3.79 with 265 check-ins. Beer Advocate, there is no score. That is a thick-looking pour right there. I mean, that is super thick-looking. I bet this is the kind of beer Ridgeopolis would like. Get a nose on it first. With all of that I just read in the description and everything, I expected it to have a bigger, bolder, more pronounced nose, but it does smell like a bag of weed. That totally smells like a bag of weed. It's just not very strong. Color, that is a milky, yellowy, orangey, dirty, water, thick looking, can't see through it kind of color. I can almost see some carbonation floating around in there. But that is like an ugly orangey yellow color. But it's got maybe a fingernail's worth of, I don't even know what color to call that head. I don't know if it's like a yellowish head or if it's a whitish, but the yellow from the beer is shining through to make it yellowish tinted. And it's got a mix of just super fine micro bubbles with big fisheye bubbles floating around. I really expected that smell to be just big and bold and crazy, and it's not. Let's hope the flavors are big and bold and crazy. I'm looking forward to trying this. I can't believe I said that about an IPA, a hazy IPA, a 420 style hazy IPA, a terpene infused 420 style hazy IPA. Down the hatch. Oh man, that painting's moving already. Just kidding. It's much lighter than it looks. Probably about a medium body. Very much lighter than it looks. And it's fruity. That absolutely tastes like Fruity Pebbles. That really tastes like Fruity Pebbles. It's got a sweetness to it, but it's like a cereal sweetness, but it's not cloying or overpowering or too sweet. And man, I feel like I just ate some Fruity Pebbles. That's all I can get out of that, is it's Fruity Pebbles, the cereal. There's no real bitterness there. Yeah, I'm not picking up any real bitterness whatsoever. And there's not really any like marijuana flavors, anything, terpenes. Like I'm not tasting those per se. It's nothing that makes me think of weed. Everything about this beer is Fruity Pebbles. That's amazing. I kind of mind-boggled at how much this tastes like the Fruity Pebbles cereal. And with everything it says, all the 420 nonsense and the terpenes, and it's a hazy IPA. There's no bitterness. There's no any sort of dank flavor, weedy flavor, nothing. It's just Fruity Pebbles. It's almost like I ate a handful of Fruity Pebbles out of the box. That's mind-blowing to me. Mad Anthony Brewing, Munchies Series, Frooty Pebbz. This is amazing. I don't know what you've done here, but this is amazing. This is definitely a two big horns up from the Ginger Yeti. And that's a 420 terpene infused 420 style hazy IPA. That's crazy that I'm giving it that score. This is really well done. 7.1%. Don't notice the alcohol at all. I could crush a few of these and it would catch up to me real quick. I'd be in trouble. But you've knocked it out of the park with this beer. I need to find more of your beers. I need to find more of the Munchies Series beers. I need to get back to Indiana and get me some of these Munchies Series beers. This is just, wow, this is just a really, really good, tasty, flavorful beer. Mimics the cereal perfectly. A lot of breweries out there try to do different cereal-based beers or beers that are trying to be mimic those flavors. This is spot on. This is Fruity Pebbles. If you're in the Indiana area, because I don't know where else Mad Anthony Brewing Company distributes, but if you're in the Indiana area and you see Mad Anthony Munchies Series, Frooty Pebbz. Absolutely buy it. This is amazing. It tastes just like Fruity Pebbles. Please go buy this beer if you find it. Hopefully some of the brew tubers can find it. Hopefully it's still on the shelves when we go down to the brew tubers get together this year in 2026. I probably rambled on enough about this, like a stoner talking about space and time and trying to solve world hunger and everything else. So I'm just going to go and say, embrace the adventure.